So let's talk to Dominic Kane, our man who is live in Athens. Not a lot to be seen behind you, Dominic, at the moment, but some pretty lively scenes earlier on. Has it quietened down at all?
Oh, it's quietened down very much. Well, quietened for a busy night in Athens for the traffic and that sort of thing. But as you say, several hours ago, it was a totally different picture. Tens of thousands of demonstrators, ordinary Greek citizens, came here, trade unionists too, to demonstrate their anger against the austerity budget imposed, they say, by Mr. Samaras and imposed by the European Union. And the people I spoke to, several times they would say to me, it's the European Union, we can't take this, enough is enough. But as you say also, there was a splinter group, there were groups of youths throwing petrol bombs and rocks at the police, and the police responded to them, and all of this overshadowing to some extent the 24-hour general strike that had been called by the trade unions with a specific purpose, they say, of sending a message to Mr. Samaras that enough was enough, but also sending a message to the European Union, to Angela Merkel, to François Hollande, as you heard Nick talking about just a moment ago, sending them a message that they can only push Greece so far. That was a refrain you heard several times from people that I was speaking to.
Dominic, are the protesters a classless group? Do they have political affinities? Are they against simply the austerity measures, or perhaps against each other in some way?
Well, that's a very good question, David. The people I speak to here said to me, almost in a glib manner, they'd say another day, another demonstration, and that they expected some degree of violence. And there are those who agree with them and say, this is just a small splinter group. But it is worth pointing out a poll tonight that I've just been reading about, that the latest opinion poll puts the Syriza, the main opposition group, ahead of the government Conservative Party, Mr. Samaras, but it also puts the far-right group Golden Dawn on 14%. Now, if that's true, that poses serious problems for the government here. Now, whether you can draw a link between the popularity of Golden Dawn and the anarchists and the splinter groups who are throwing rocks and petrol bombs is another matter. But it certainly exposes the, if you like, the popular disaffection with government here, and indeed the disaffection with the European Union.
Dominic, great to hear it in that context. Thank you very much. That's Dominic Kane in Athens.